Coming up on Hallelujah Simon channel is my great trip to Chicago downtown. Don't miss it out for these amazing videos. I just take the pics for the start of the video. Please enjoy the whole video. Remember, subscribe. Oh my god, it's an amazing city. We don't want to miss it. Please look at the whole video. Look at that. Oh, you wouldn't want to miss that in the whole video. Please subscribe. Let's go into the video. I'll be glad to see you up there. See you. Watch out the whole video and remember, subscribe. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Hallelujah Simon. Today I'm taking you downtown Chicago. But we're gonna use a train from Pattern to Chicago, which is approximately 1 hour from the Chicago suburb where I'll be setting off from. And it's my first time using a train in Chicago, my second time using a train, because I once used a train in Kenya, Nairobi to Mombasa. So this is Paratine train station, and everyone was waiting for a train to head to downtown Chicago. See what happens. Yes, so it's so amazing. Come on with me as we enjoy the windy city. Yes, one of the largest cities in the world, one of the amazing cities, one of the most beautiful cities, one of the, name them. So this is the metro, the main train across Chicago, across Illinois. It is a double deck, so first time traveling to Chicago on train, and actually my third time downtown Chicago, because the first time I was there with my friends, the second time I went there driving, and the third time I wanted to experience it by walking around. Yes, you had me right, by walking around. So these are amazing people. We're heading to town. I don't know their next stop, sorry. I don't know, because there are so many stops along the way. Actually about 7 stops before we reach downtown Chicago. Yes, amazing. That's the double deck. That's the upstairs. See how amazing it is? Yes. So, as I thought, there are so many stops, but it was drizzling outside. Before the train started moving, and I parked my car here at the station, like what most people do. If you see the blue car, there it is. This is Parata in downtown. It was around midday, but the weather was drizzling outside, so don't expect bright pictures or bright videos, because even downtown it was drizzling all day. Yes, so amazing. So come with me as we head to Chicago downtown. We made a few stops. So this is the Arlington Heights stop. Yes, those who live around Chicago, they know this place very well. It's so popular. Yes. After Arlington Heights, then we had to make another stop on Prospect Heights. Then we did stop on D. It's called like D Road or somewhere. So the trains are so amazing. So popular means of transport here in Chicago. But in USA, you still need a car, like to move here from one place to another. Like most people who use trains, they actually leave their cars at the train station, because there are few people who live nearby train stations, and most of the people who use trains, they are not the people who live nearby. So you still need a car, or you need to take Uber. If you can walk, if it is walkable, then you can walk. So here in so many countries like the UK, the Netherlands, the Sweden, like people can easily access public means. Even here there are public means, but still we don't have the public means that reach our homes. They always have stations where you have to go and wait easier for people who live in downtown Chicago or people who live in towns, but here most people who live in suburbs will still need a car because public means where they have routes and you wouldn't bump into it anyhow. You have to follow its route. So even if you're at work, you have to take Uber, a short Uber. It depends on where the station is. If you wanna take a train, that's the same case. So that's why I say if you live in USA, a car is a necessity. Yes, you need a car. If you are planning to live here for some time, or for a long time, or for the rest of your life, you will need a car. You won't manage going from one place to another in public means, and Uber is expensive. So by this time we had reached the Oak Grove station, Chicago downtown, which is actually like 3 minutes away from the Union Station, still downtown Chicago, and people were getting off. I was excited to see how it looks like in the train station, and it was giving me airport vibes. Yes, it looks amazing. It's underground train station. So if you're outside, you never know that there's a train station inside that building, because when you enter into the building, it is different. Like, it looks amazing. It gives like you wouldn't know it's a train station because it is not even written on train station. Yes, there's no name like train station. Maybe for the Union Station, that's where you see Union Station, but I think the Union Station is major for trains that go to other states, that go out of state, that go out of Illinois. When I was coming here, when I was at the embassy, the lady asked me, "Which state are you heading to?" I told her, "I'm going to Illinois." But she was like, "No, it's called Illinois. It's not Illinois." However much it is written as Illinois, but you don't say Illinois, it's Illinois. So yeah, the reason why I was calling it Illinois, because I watched Prison Break. Yes, the Michael Scofield movie, The Prison Break, I think it was first released in 2004. It had about 7 seasons. Yeah, so major part was played in Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. So, but we used to watch a lot of translated movies. I still do. So, the translator by then who translated that movie was Vijay Juni, and he called it Illinois. So when I was coming here and I knew I was coming to Illinois, I didn't know how to pronounce it. I was calling it Illinois. So that shows you are not from here. Yes, so it's called Illinois. So this is the station. This is the town. The Riverwalk. I wanted to take the Riverwalk, but I couldn't figure out where to start from, and it was majorly moving around. I didn't need to use a GPS or anything else like that. I just wanted to move around and experience the city, and my target was to reach at the Millennium Park. There was a Lola Palazzo, something like that, festival, and I bumped into huge people. So those cities are called Chicago water taxis. Yes, you see them in yellow, and the one you are seeing in white, it is a boat cruise with a guide on it who goes around telling people the history of Chicago, the culture, the building, everything in details. But this was me on my own, no guide, no GPS, just moving around to discover. Because soon I'll be creating more of these videos. Chicago is too big with a lot of content to show out the world what you never know about Chicago, what you didn't know about Chicago, so many things. It's one of the largest cities. Actually, it is the 3rd largest city in USA. USA has 50 states. One state is bigger than Uganda as a country. Oh, one state is bigger than Kenya. Tanzania would be so big. So imagine 50 Uganda as the country. So I think USA as a country could be a size of Africa or bigger than Africa as a continent. You have to search about it. Yes, search about it. I'll also do it in my next video. I'll tell you the details because I'm creating more of Chicago content. Chicago is so big. Chicago is so beautiful. Chicago is so amazing. So that was me walking on the streets, moving, just seeing the beauty. I wasn't going anywhere, just going to move around the city. Then I come back. So I gave myself around 2 hours walk around the city. Then I take my train back home. And I plan ahead and see. So how you subscribe, how you like the video, how you share, it's what will give me power to go and create more of such amazing cities. So these are the plants in the middle of Chicago. You see how they are protected. When you're moving around Chicago, you see where your taxes are. You don't have to move in the mud. You have to be worried. Look at that beauty. Look at that plant. Look at how it was enclosed. Even if you sit around it, it won't be affected. Even if you do what, it won't be affected. So why can't our people in Africa take a look? Why can't they copy the things? Because they're always here. They always come and they just earn their per diem, and they go back without copying how a city should be. So at the extent, like look at the city like Kampala, I would suggest maybe they would create another city somewhere. We have so many virgin land across the country. They create a capital city and decongest Kampala. Look at Chicago on a Saturday. Yes, it's not a working day, but even in working days, it is an organized city. Even if it has so many people around, people who live here, it is still an organized city. Look at it. Look at the plants. Oh my God. Who don't want or wish to live here? To stay here? Once in a while, come and check it out. Yeah, so amazing, so much maintenance going ahead. One thing I realized, they love their flags. They love their country. So it is shown in how many flags you come across the city. Not only across the city, even in the suburbs. If you're moving around the Chicago suburbs, if you're moving in Elgin, Palatine, Des Plaines, Harvard, McHenry, Loring Meadows, Hoffman State, so many. So you would see a lot of houses with their flags. So I don't know what happens in other states, but I think it was the same. One of the neighboring states is Wisconsin, Michigan. This side there is Iowa. So if people who live in those states, they would say the same. That people, out of 10 people, at least 7 people have flags, the American flags, on their houses. USA being a country of so many immigrants, so many people from other parts of the world, some houses have 2 flags. You would be going through one of the suburbs, you see a house with a Mexican flag, USA flag, Indian flag, USA flag. I saw one with a Ugandan flag, but I saw them on the internet. Yeah, Ugandan flag, USA flag. But oh my God, that would be amazing. They are so proud of their country. So these are the doves on the streets, but I didn't have what to feed them. Yeah, but you are allowed, if you have something to feed them, you can just throw it on the ground, they will eat. No, the problem. So this was like a park. See how amazing it is? Yeah, it was a park. There are so many sculptures here, so many statues around the city, and they represent different things. One of the things that you can get when you come to Chicago, you can get a private tour guide, but you must be having some money. If someone take you around Chicago own food to show you around Chicago and give you the details as you want them. So now, and you know how expensive it is? Getting a private tour guide here in Chicago is super expensive. Okay, I don't know what super expensive is on your side, but to you, the middle income earners, it would be expensive for you to get a private tour guide. But there are free guides that only work on tips. They take you, but they do groups. So there's a certain place, it's a hostel. I'll get you the name. You can even get the name on Google. There are always free trips, usually at 10:24 every day. Free trips for people, for guided tours around Chicago, and they will take you in most of the influential places around Chicago area. You move around and you experience the trains like the one you are seeing right now. These are called city trains. They operate within the city. They don't get out of the city. There are trains within. There are also buses called the CTA. I think even these trains belong to the CTA. So these are cheap means of transport across Chicago. If you want to move from one place to another, if you want to explore Chicago the Heights, if you want to see Chicago from above, there are so many activities around this amazing place. So that's the Trump building, the Trump Tower. Yes, it's the Donald Trump Tower. It's not accessible by road on this side because it is on Chicago River. I don't know the other side. I couldn't see what's there, but I would ask a guide one day if I happen to find one, if I happen to afford one. I don't know if it's just a hotel or if it's a business center, but it's not accessible by the road. It is on the river banks of the Chicago River. Yes. Chicago River has what we call the Riverwalk. Like you walk along the river from the start to the end. Yes. So as I was moving around, I finally found a way down to the Riverwalk. I decided to slope down. I was still moving around the city aimless. As I told you, I didn't want to use GPS. I wanted to discover things by accident. Not by accident. Okay, by accident. Yes, that's the right word. So I decided to move here. This is a park dedicated to the veterans. One of the most respected people in this country. They are the people who have served in the army. And this place was dedicated to the veterans. In the respect of the veterans, dogs are not allowed on this side of the river. I don't know why. I don't know the reasons they have, but there is a note as you're coming down here to this Chicago River that in respect to our veterans, dogs are not allowed beyond this point. I don't know why. Maybe they could explain. So this is the Chicago River. The Chicago River, the south side of Chicago River is called like Kermit River. Yes, but this river, history says, it was reversed. The flow, it was flowing to Lake Michigan, but now it flows from Lake Michigan to Mississippi River. I don't know how they did that. I don't know how they managed to pull that out, but they did it. Someone said, why does the water look dirty? No, it's not dirty. The water is actually clean, and it is cleaned. It's only turned into green on St. Patrick's Day. When you come here in the city, they use some chemicals, and the water is turned into green, and it always looks amazing. But this water doesn't look dirty. It is because of the reflections of the building and the weather. The weather, it was drizzling, so you don't expect to see the clean water, and with the reflections, so many reflections around, and expect to see the colorless part of the water. No, it had to be colored because of the reflection. Yeah, but that's the Trump building. As you can see, You cannot access it by the road. Yeah, see how it is on the river banks, and I don't know what happens there. It just looks like parking down. So maybe it's a hotel. I'll ask someone which business is carried out on the Trump building. Most probably they are hotels. There's no hotel name. Maybe you never know. Yes. So this is the Riverwalk. So many seats, empty seats, because it was drizzling and nobody wants to sit here. And there are so many eats, drinks, and places of convenience. If you are worried that if you reach town and you can't find any washroom, any restroom, don't be worried. There are a couple of them on the Riverwalk. You can just move down wherever you are in the city. You easily find one. If you cannot find one, you ask someone, and they are always free of charge. Not unlike many other cities where they charge you to use the restroom. Here they are free of charge. Yes, this is one of the exits from the Riverwalk. That's like the underground road. Yes, there are cars going there, and there's a bit of traffic. You never know how many roads are in Chicago. It's like a grid system. But as I said, there are some people who have mastered it in their head, and they don't need GPS when they are moving around. So I decided to move around on foot today in order to recall some of the places, so that next time when I come back, I was asking my friend, he would recommend a nice space for parking, a cheaper place for parking where I can park my car for around $70 or for around $15 for around 10 hours. That would be nice, because I'm planning to go to Chicago, to tour Chicago from morning up to evening. I need to show you all the nice places. This is Chicago from ground. You haven't seen Chicago from above. You haven't seen Chicago from the medium. You have to see Chicago all sides. There are so many amazing places, so many public places. The one I would recommend to come and visit, and they would be so nice for memorial, to remember your visit to the USA, to remember everything you need to know, to enjoy living in this world. You can't live in this world living in sad cities. There are so many sad cities. Or if you are born in one city, there's no reason why you should stay there for 10 years when you've not moved to another city. At least if it is only for a weekend. And by the way, these things, you don't need a lot of money. Even if you're living, you don't need a lot of money. You take a train, if you cannot man, you take a flight. And domestic flights, they are always affordable here. In USA, you come and spend your 2 days in Chicago downtown. Hotels are affordable. You can find hotels of $80 per night. Yes, near downtown. Even if it is like 5 miles away from downtown, still that would be nice for you to come and enjoy your weekend here downtown Chicago. They have their green spots around town, well catered for. They have so many statues. So I saw one with wings. I don't know what it was. I wanted to take a picture there, but nobody took me a picture. So I took a selfie. I took a selfie on the angel's wings. I don't know what they are called. There was a statue behind, but anyway, we are still moving to other places. This is the real people of the United States, and it's a weekend. This is the best country in the world, as many people say, as many people argue. Yes, it's so amazing. Everyone around the world wants to come to experience USA. Yes, that's so crazy, because we expect people from the UK. When the diversity visa was still on, there was something called all countries that were eligible to apply, and some countries like France, United Kingdom, Sweden had so many people who wanted to come to the USA, and that's the first world countries where people have everything, but still they want to come and see the visit the best country in the world. Why not you? Wherever you are, if you have genuine reasons, wherever you are, you to come and visit the city and live. And Chicago is one of the ideal cities. If you are watching movies, if you are good more on Netflix, Oh my god, so many movies have been shot here in Chicago. As I told you, the Prison Break, one of the famous movies in our years. I think it was it was first released in 2004. Yeah, that's how long I waited, and I came here in 2024. 20 years down the road. Yes, before I came to this amazing town, Chicago, and I'll be taking you to some other amazing cities in the USA. Yes, we should do so many road trips if you need a ride. And that will only happen if you subscribe to my channel. That's when I get the energy to know that so many people are watching my videos, so many people are interested in knowing what's in the USA, so many people are interested in knowing what's around the world, and I'll be traveling to show you around the world. Only what I need from you is subscribe and share so that we can make it. Our road now is our road to 500 subscribers. You heard me right, 500, not 500,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. Yes, I first did like this kind of YouTube when I was in COVID-19. I think that's when I started recording some videos. But then after, I had to relax a bit. Then I had to reselect again. Then but now I want to give it time. I want to give it a try because I feel I like it so much. I like vlogging. I like showing people other places. Some people who cannot make it to those places, wherever you are, unless you can watch it on your phone, on your TV, on your iPad, on your computer. Oh my god, that would be amazing. So I was putting on the American flag shirt, and most people were saying, "Oh, I like your hood. I like your hood." Oh my god, I didn't know people like it so much. So yeah, I just like it as well. I decided to put on this day because of the drizzles and stuff. So it worked for me for getting getting the compliments from people who I knew who are traveling with me. Yeah, so this is basically you find people. These people are buying popcorns. I don't know why. I don't know why there's a line of people to buy popcorns. Like, okay, I don't know. Maybe there's a movie somewhere, or they're going for a movie, or it's one of the best. It have like a recipe around town, but there are people. So these are the green trees I was telling you. They are well protected. People here walk, thousands of people are walking on foot, but they never mess up with the plants because they know it's their country. They love it. They never mess up with what makes their country great. Yes, so you can look at these amazing streets. It's so calm. You can, oh my god, these are the greens I was telling you. Well designed, well maintained. Like you look at your taxes and you are like, wow, I pay taxes and I don't complain because everything is okay. Because here in USA everything is taxable. Everything taxable. You pay for, if you buy anything from the shop, there's a tax. If you are repairing your car, there's a tax. There is insurance, there's a tax. If you are paying your house, there's a tax. If you are buying tomatoes, anything from the stores, you have to pay a certain amount of tax. So you are at a certain point, if you are working before you receive your salary, they have to take their tax. You can imagine. So if your salary is around 3,000, be ready to pay tax of $600 per month or per paycheck. If people are working bi-weekly and you earn 2,000, be ready to pay around 500. Yes, in taxes. So part of it goes to Medicare, part of it goes to, there are so many things, to the roads as you see, there are council taxes, what. So it's so amazing. Look at those streets. And I don't know what happens in most of those buildings. So many tall buildings, I don't know what's happening upstairs because usually businesses in the first floor. Most businesses are in the first floor. So this is the famous NBC. You've all heard or seen NBC somewhere. Television, sports, NBC Sports. But I saw 2 buildings in Chicago with NBC. There's one near the Trump building. It's up the one, actually it's a skyscraper. Then there's also this one, which is a bit medium, maybe around 12. Oh, I don't know. It's a tall building of maybe 12 houses or something like that. But it's not that. So we're accessing another bridge still above River Chicago that goes to River Mississippi from Lake Michigan, which is just by the city, the Windy City of Chicago. If you've not heard of it, this is the Windy City of Chicago. So we are heading to find out the Millennium Park. What's happening at the Millennium Park? So many amazing people were around town today, and most people are holding their phones, so we don't bother. Recording is free in public places. Here in USA, if you're in public places, you can record. No one would bother with you. It is allowed by law. Yes, that's the Chicago River game. Amazing river. So I don't know how they managed to pull out so many cities are by the river or by the sea. I don't know, and they all look beautiful. If you look at most of the cities in Europe, I saw Southampton, the town in the United Kingdom, in England. Oh my God, it has so many amazing boats. So there's that side of Chicago that I didn't record in this video, but most probably in my other videos that are coming up, you would see many boats as cars. Like people own boats and they line up from here up to there. Oh my, I think you'll be interested in seeing that. How you can make that happen is subscribe to my channel so that I see my number is growing. Then tomorrow morning or another free day, I just move to Chicago and I get you all the amazing content before we go in winter. Even in winter, I will still take you with me to Chicago to see what happens. Then we shall be in for Christmas. Actually, we recently celebrated Christmas in July. I didn't know that happens. Christmas in July. Here in USA, they celebrate Christmas in July because there are some people who never want to celebrate in winter, and because of snow, they don't enjoy. So what they do, they get a day and they celebrate in July. So people were celebrating Christmas in July. Many people, I didn't know it happens. Yeah, there's a way how these people live their life, and I think it's amazing. So you can also celebrate Christmas in July, or you can create your own special day. If you feel like your birthday is on a bad date, you can change it. You say if your birthday is December, it's okay, I'll be celebrating mine in October. But you know your birthday is in December, but you say okay, I'll be celebrating mine in October. It doesn't matter what. After all, there are just 365 days across the sun. So but it matters. But so here is Christmas in July, and people were celebrating Christmas in July. So those are some of the other amazing buildings, skyscrapers. They were not coming out so well because of the weather. Some are not seen, they are in the clouds. You have to come on a sunny day, but at least I tried to see some. So these are some of the street foods, but I don't want to try one today. I don't want to try the burgers and the hot dogs because I'm on a weight diet. I'm trying to fight my weight because ever since I came, my weight has been increasing, and you know what happens if your weight increases. You have to watch your diet once you come here, otherwise you've changed everything. You've changed your diet, you've changed your routine, you've changed the way you do exercises. So what you have, one of the things to manage here to keep healthy is to do exercises. So before I knew, I landed into this park. I think it was open during the time of Obama, and there are climbers, for mountain climbers. This is an ideal place. I don't know what it was, I don't know what it's called, but it's an amazing. As I say, as time goes on, I'll be knowing all these places by offhand. I didn't know, I don't have to search anyway. So this is one of the amazing places, but I don't know when it's there, but these are for climbers. People who climb mountains, and people can come and climb here, and I don't know what happens after climbing, but I wouldn't want to try that. Maybe for another time. If you can, then this is the ideal place. This is in Chicago Central Business. So it's so amazing. The greenery is so amazing. But it had no people because the weather, it was drizzling. No one wants to be outside when it is drizzling. But there are some places here in Chicago. Even if it is raining like hell, we will still find people, and that's where we are heading to. And I didn't know it was nearby. So I was just walking. I didn't know. I saw this place was so nice. This is Chicago downtown, by the way. You see, the police have the bicycles if you try to mess around. Yeah, so these are the people who are going for the Lala Expat Festival. You see, Lola Expat Fest. There were so many people, so I crossed to go on the other side of the road. Here it is for like 3 days. Yes, 3 or 4. I'm not sure, but maybe 3 days. There are always a lot of stages inside there, and it's a weekend, and most people were going for the concert. You see what I mean there? Oh my God. So I asked someone, and he said it was like this since morning. People have been coming in and out, and some people get a 3-day pass. They pay all the 3 days, they come, enjoy, come back tomorrow, and the other day they call it a day. Here people spend because they have money. Yes, some people are struggling, some people work. Yes, but some people have money. So this is one of the amazing things to visit around Chicago. So this is I don't know how they call it, but it's so amazing the way it was designed. It's like a fountain, but not a fountain. So they built like 2 blocks facing each other, and there's water flowing 24/7. It goes down there, it comes down. So that's a Prudential building. Prudential is one of the oldest insurance companies around the globe. We also have one in Uganda, in Nairobi. I don't know other countries in Africa which have Prudential, but this year it is one of the oldest building, and it's oldest insurance companies in the world, Prudential. Yes, who are you not to come and experience that? That was me still walking around. I saw kids praying in rain. I'm like, oh wow, so many people with their cameras. So, as this is all in the Millennium Park, heading to the Cloud Gate, which is called the Bean, which we shall be seeing in 1, 2, 3, 4. We shall be there shortly. Just first take a look to this. Amazing. You see? I don't know why there's a face of someone. I don't know who that person is who is breaking. You see, I don't know if he's crying or if he's dozing. But anyway, there's water flowing over his head. You see what he did? Oh my God. That's what engineers do. If you're an engineer, don't forget to subscribe. That's an amazing impression. You see how it is? Oh my God. So it's always like that all the time. And here we are. This is the place. However much it is raining, like what, however much there is what, people will always be here, even in winter, even when there is snow. We shall come back here in winter to see what I told you when it was summer. It is summer, but we received some bit of rain. Yes. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Yes, there we go. So many people have their kids outside. It is a Millennium Park. We are heading to the Bean. I met some amazing people. They say, are you vlogging? Can you record us? I said, okay. But it was just like a quick one. I didn't want to bother them. It was a quick one. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Bean, the Cloud Gate. This is the Bean of Chicago. Come on, guys. One of the most beautiful thing you will see around Chicago is the Bean. Please, I had to go under the Bean and I see what's the reflection, you see. Yes, that's the man himself. And the Bean of Chicago, the Cloud Gate, in the Windy City. People always here throughout the year. Imagine it was drizzling, and someone told me that these are not so many people. There are always a lot of people in this place than you would imagine. Can you imagine that? So that's a bit. There is a park, but it was closed. I think it's like a place of concerts. It has some nice green. I don't know what it is. Someone can tell me. As time goes on, I'll be giving all the details of what this place is and what happens here and why you should visit. Trust me, you will like it. You will love it. See, it is a green. They are taking care of it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what happens here. But this is the Millennium Park. And one time when I get my guide, person who promised to guide me, then it would be amazing if they say so. You get it? If you don't get it, no, don't forget about it, please. Don't. Yes, so this is the bean, one of the more attractive. If you come in Chicago and you don't come at the bean, then you've not come to Chicago. This is what describes Chicago. This is what you see. This is what happens in Chicago. This is the most beautiful part in Chicago. This is one of the tourist attractions. People travel from overseas to come and experience the being the crowd get. Look at that. You see, I told you it was raining, but still people had to come and say, oh, I like that. Oh, I love that. So if you are around, please, if you are in Chicago or if you happen to come in Chicago one time, you see, he's wearing on a Mexican jersey. We are still in World Cup vibes. Yes, I told you so. This is so amazing. This is so nice, but I had to move on because I had given myself 2 hours and they had started elapsing slowly by slowly. There are drinks all over the place. To find Dunkin' Donuts, there's coffee. Yeah, so don't worry of getting hungry. We shall do all that. We shall check out food around Chicago. We shall check out, I didn't tell you about food. There are so many amazing stuff down here. What you need to do, please, is subscribe and push me. We reach 500. Before you know, we shall be 1,000. And if we reach 1,000, expect more fantastic raw content. We shall not put in a lot of effects. We shall not put in adding a lot of stuff to make it like comic. No, we have to watch real content, not AI. People have been fed with a lot of AI content here and there, but please, if you want to watch real content from our cameras, please subscribe, and I'll bring it you back to your phone, to your TV, to your tablet, your computer. As I mentioned before, please subscribe, don't forget that. Yes, that's so. After the bean, we had to go because we have to come back another time, another day, and visit Chicago because the wonders here never end. So many things to explore. This is like something I just gave you like 1% of what Chicago offers because you haven't seen the food. Have you seen the food? We haven't used all the public means around Chicago. We haven't seen the tallest building. We haven't been on the glass to see all the city from upstairs. We haven't been in the chopper. A chopper here is affordable. You can take a chopper, drive you around Chicago for 15 to 30 minutes at a cheaper price, and we haven't done that, and we shall do it if you subscribe. You get it? Yes, I know you get it. So we're heading back to the station, the train station, to come back home. But there was something that caught my eye. You know what it is? We shall see it later in the video. Yeah, I see how the streets are organized. You didn't even get lost. You didn't even do a... So it is a city that you can easily maneuver around and you get where you want to go. Yes. So I wish one time, please, if you are moving around, if you are doing this, such amazing content, please. If you want to see all the beautiful parts of USA, all the beautiful parts, all the beautiful corners. After here, Chicago, after exploring Chicago, we shall go to Des Moines. That's in Iowa. we see what happens in the morning. After there, we shall go to Milwaukee. That's in Wisconsin. Amazing stories down there. That's called the Wine City. Winer City. Wine, I think they have a lot of wine, or they have made a lot of wine. We shall have to see that when you go to that. Only that happens if you subscribe to my channel, please. You see, I had moved for 1 hour and 35 minutes walking. I had recorded it, so it was almost I'd have taken time without walking all that long, and it was good for my exercises, good for vlogging, and good for you watching, because I'm inspiring you to come on with Chicago. So those are the train, water, transport, water taxis. Yes, Chicago water taxis. If you want to move from one place to another, you go, you buy your ticket, you board. They take you to another place. Like vice versa. You can book this of a group tour. So these are the ones I see. They are the bicycles, like the ones in Pakistan, like the ones in India. They give the India vibes. So amazing. So we are back at the station. You see that? If you want to experience that, why not? So this is the Ascension Tower. This is where the train is parked. Ascension Tower. So this was the train that had to bring me back to where I came from in Paratime. So amazing. Yeah, so as I thought, it was my first time today using the train here and there. So before you know, we hit the road and we arrived in Paratime. So that's the blue car you are about to see. That, no, that's not my car. That's there, the blue car you just saw. It's my car, and we are in Paratime. Before you know, we are already in Paratime back home. And once we reach here, I had parked my car like how most people do. That's how they do. In Chicago, if you are working in downtown Chicago and you live like far away from downtown, you drive your car to the train station. There is always enough parking for all people traveling. You leave your car there to stay safe for the whole day. Then you come and pick it up in the evening. Yes. So that was me after I wanted to record. This was a bit longer than the one we used when we were going. I don't know why, but this was longer. It had so many. It has so many things. So I don't know why it was so long. Not like the one we used when we were heading to Chicago in the afternoon of today. Yeah. So before you know, I had to walk towards my car. So this is the train station in Paratime. There are so many of these across USA. I will say across Illinois. That's the only state I know very well. And apart from USA, I have been to Iowa, but I didn't record that much. But if you subscribe, we shall record that. So I reached my car in no time, and it was time to go home. And I call it a day. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe. As I told you, more content about Chicago is coming and you will like it. Yes, here we are. You can park your car here for the whole day. You go work, come and pick it. You do that repeatedly for the whole years you work in Chicago downtown. If you don't want to stay in Chicago, if you don't want to stay near Chicago. So let's go back home and we call it a day. Here we come. Please guys, subscribe. I beg you, subscribe. We hit 1,000 subscribers.